10 correctional officers indicted for the death of a correction inmate.
Details have been released in how Midstate Correctional Inmate Messiah Nantwi died on March 1st. This as 10 corrections officers from both Midstate and Marcy Correctional Facilities are indicted and face a judge in Oneida County Court for the first time. It is your top story tonight. First, let's break down the top charges for each defendant. Charged with murder, manslaughter, gang assault, and more are Caleb Blair and Jonah Levi. Manslaughter, gang assault, conspiracy, and more, Thomas Eck, Craig Klemick, Daniel Berger, Francis Chandler, and David Ferrone. Charged with conspiracy, Nicholas Vitale.
He knew about
tampering with physical evidence, Daniel Slauson, and offering a false instrument for filing, Michael Efert. News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris was in court for today's proceedings. She has the graphic details from the indictment, how Messiah Nantwi died, and how some of the corrections officers charged in his death are accused of trying to cover it up.
The ones who used to hold the keys wore the cuffs into Oneida County Court Wednesday, charged with crimes ranging from manslaughter and murder.
Not an intentional murder, but a murder so depraved and so wanton and disregarding of human life that New York law allows it to rise to the level of intentional murder.
To gang assault and conspiracy.
On the following morning, at a diner called Raspberries in Oneida County, all of the co-conspirators met and agreed to continue with the story.
You can't do a crime with these many people and think you're going to get away with it. And this is different. This is like, it's always 10. This is different than the one we just seen, 2-3 months ago, where it had the body cam and you seen the officers like hitting the dude and he had handcuffs on. They were beating the hell out of him and he died too. And one of the officers was sitting there recording the whole thing. This is completely different. The correction officers is a gang, man. Look, they ruthless as a criminal they around. I guess you can't be in the jungle and not become an animal.
That everything they did was completely proper.
The special prosecutor says 10:55 a.m. March 1st, Midstate Correctional Facility inmate Messiah Nantwi was fine. And by 10:58, a radio call was made for backup and a CERT team response. Special Prosecutor Bill Fitzpatrick says the grand jury in this case suggests it's something that spiraled out of control unnecessarily.
The alleged contact that began between the National Guard and Mr. Nantwi had to do with Mr. Nantwi interjecting himself in another incarcerated individual's effort to obtain medication.
Some of the 10 officers charged in Midstate Correctional Facility inmate Messiah Nantwi's death are accused of beating him with their fists, boots, and batons in the head, delivering 69 blows to his body alone, continuing the assault in a stairwell on the way to the infirmary, and dumping the 22-year-old in a holding cell in the infirmary, and continuing the assault there.
Yeah, they thought anybody cared about him, I know. For them to be that blatant, I think this was their first time doing this. Maybe some of them it was, but all 10 of them, I'm sure one of them has did this before. They need to search their records, see who else has died in there with them on a watch, and you're going to find other murders. I guarantee it.
A conscious effort to cover it up.
Fragments of Mr. Nantwi's entrance into the infirmary are captured on one corrections officer's body-worn camera. It is not a continuing flow, but there are enough indications to name and identify the individuals involved and some of the things that occurred. Many other corrections officers, apparently intentionally, either turned off their cameras, placed them in an area of concealment, or simply looked the other way.
That should be a charge in itself. Why do we have these body cams on the officers outside, the correctional officers? If they can just press a button and turn them off and say, oops, my bad. That should be a charge. There should be no warning. It should be like, there should be a backup thing. If you turn your shit off, it should be like 5 minutes of backup where it's still going or something. Why? With privacy. If the police don't, if at the end of the day something happened and the police don't want to release it, then they don't release it. It ain't like somebody hacking into the system. Why is that even a thing that they can turn it off? It should be only turned off after they clock out and then they turn it off. That should be the only reason. Why is there a button on there that don't sound an alarm that go beep, 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 or something that say this body cam is off and it immediately sends an alert to whoever and be like, yo, this guy's still on duty, right? It ain't time for him to clock out. If an officer's out in the street on a patrol with his shit cut off, he should get an automatic call from dispatch. Hey, yo, your body cam off. Come back. Don't do nothing else. They ran out of batteries. Come back. Like, why is that even an option? Somebody tell me, why is that an option? They can redact it later if it needs. Ain't like nobody hacking the fucking body cam. Why is that an option for them to be able to turn it off?
After the deadly assault, Fitzpatrick says, came a plot to plant a weapon. A plot that was caught on tape.
A body-worn camera intentionally hung in a men's room at the infirmary of Midstate caught two of the co-conspirators discussing the conspiracy to plant the weapon.
Intentionally hung? That mean, did they do it there just like so they could have infirmary coverage, or did one of them feel guilty and they just hung it there, or did they think they turned it off?
Again, posthumously on Mr. Natwy.
From the State Corrections Commissioner in Utica today, acknowledgement and a promise to do better.
The people entrusted to our care deserve better than this. We hired external law firms to conduct a full review of the system, which is currently underway.
Not in court today, 6 others who are cooperating with the special prosecutor, 2 of whom are pleading guilty to felonies, 4 to misdemeanors. The 10 officers in court today are due back in Oneida County Court through May to report on plea offers. Those for whom bail was set posted bail. Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.
Imagine if they didn't have this camera. It'd have been those 10 cops say, "Oh, he had a weapon. This is what we did. We had to do that." And no matter how the family felt about it or whatever, they would have been like, "Oh, you can't prove it. He's a criminal. He's already in jail. I mean, he probably don't tell the truth, right?" Look at that. Man, they all burned under the fucking jail. You could tell. Oh my God, look at him. Look at that guy right there. What's his? The one right there. What is it? 4th to the top row, 2nd to last. He just looking straight. He look mean as hell. And they put him in a conspiracy. That means he just knew about it. He knew about it. Offering false instrument for filing. Was that like? Did he supply the gun, or did he offer us like something that was not supposed to be there? I don't. What does that mean? You know what that means? Offering a false instrument for filing. Did he get a gun, or did he like gave something or a report in and say, "Hey, this is what happened. This is what I seen." Like he wasn't part of it, but he like, "Yeah, I seen him go into the solitary and nothing was wrong with him." That could be it right there. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. Thank God these guys are under the prison. That's like 20 New York officers. That's 20 officers in the last 3 months that's been arrested for murder. Correctional officers. They need better background checks or better mental checks or therapy. Like they're around criminals already and they conniving or whatever. But I guarantee you this ain't the only one. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. Y'all think this is the only one that they committed? Like, share, subscribe, all that. We running it up. We tell the truth here. Peace.